we are not a consumer brand. Many people don't know who Meredith is, but we are a media marketing company that reaches more than 70 million women on a monthly basis through our magazines, books, integrated marketing. We also have a broadcast division with local stations across the U.S. So we've got magazines like Better Homes and Gardens, which is the third largest title in the U.S., Family Circle, Ladies Home Journal, More, Fitness Magazine. On the online side, we inspire and inform more than 10 million women on a monthly basis. And our brands have really always been about community, even before the internet was born. Better Homes and Gardens, which has been in existence more than 80 years, we think was involved in community way, way before community became cool. I mean, we were collecting what we call prize-tested recipes for more than 40 years now from our users, and today it still remains one of the biggest enterprises in that brand. We've got more than 120,000 user-generated recipes that we've collected over the last few years in our collection. So the magazines have always done community, and online in 2006 we decided to roll out a layer of community across our websites, and we essentially now have a rich layer of comments and ratings and profiles. More than 40% of the users that visit our websites have a profile, so they're registered on our site. Whether they've filled in that profile, probably the numbers are a little smaller, but we spend a great deal of time, registering users in front of key applications and things like that. To date, we're getting a lot of user-generated content. Last year, we ran a baby cover contest where moms were submitting photos of their babies to get on Parents Magazine cover. We generated more than 80,000 submissions with the contest. And that was the entries, and then the actual photos generated by our users was close to 150,000 new photos that came in through the site. On BHG.com, which is the Better Homes and Gardens brand, online brand extension, where right now is really the sweet spot for us during the holidays. And if you go on today, you'll see pumpkins that are carved, submitted by users, pets in costumes, lots of pets in costumes actually. And so we're generating a lot of user-generated content as well on BHG. So over the last couple of years, we've done, I think, a really good job of creating kind of that first tier community layer, which was getting the comments, getting the ratings, getting users to submit photographs, getting to view each other's photographs. And it's really the kind of the ladder part of participation. Those that you have seen the Forrester research, there's a ladder of participation that really kind of goes from just browsing to critiquing, which is rating, to actually contributing at the highest level, creating content. So we feel like we've kind of created very well that first layer. And the second layer really is to have users connect more with each other across our sites. Not only on the sites they're on, we've obviously got sites like parents.com that, just like Gannett, serves moms, and especially moms with young children, and moms who are yet to be moms, so prenatal women. And so we really need to, as we move forward, we're looking to really kind of create that next level of participation engagement, which is women connecting with each other and women sharing content with each other, women being able to form groups, and whether it's public or private, and finally to be able to kind of syndicate. I think the important part of community as well is we think of it all kind of as owned within a brand or on a particular site, but I think it's really important that we talk about how community is also syndicated in the future to sites like Facebook and MySpace and iGoogle pages, because part of our strategy going forward and our thought process really is to reach women where they're at, instead of continuing to think about our destination sites as the be-all and end-all of her experience. And obviously she's a lot of different places. We want to reach out to her as much as possible. So syndicating community is also an important next step for us. So across our sites, we're looking to evolve that community experience, make it richer, make it easier for discover other community members, and to form relationships, as Sang mentioned, which was very important. We're launching in November a site called mixingbowl.com, which is a new brand for Meredith. It's a peer-to-peer social site that is about food, recipes, and meal planning. And I can talk a little bit more about it later. But this, again, it's a new brand for Meredith, and we'll launch it in November. We're going to connect it at the hip to some of our other sites like bhg.com and Better Recipes. And it's really our first deep dive into total social network, a real deep experience where she can go onto the site, form groups. She can share with those groups. She can form private groups, public groups, and literally ask questions of our group members or ask questions for the community as a whole. And we're using Ripple 6 technology for this. And a couple of the other important things for us moving forward is being able to obviously measure engagement within community. I mean, we talk about engagement, we talk about whether it's on a website or a branded website or whether it's on a community. And I think all of us, really think hard about how do we measure engagement, what does it look like? And it's not just one metric, it's probably many, many different metrics that we tend to look at. The other important part, of course, is monetization. As Josh mentioned, we also are looking hard at how is the community going to be monetized, how can our marketers participate in the communities that we're building. And I think the group functionality that we've found in Ripple 6 for the Mixing Bowl project provides a really nice and powerful platform for our sponsors to come into our communities and engage as community members. And kind of our requisite for that is that marketers come in and provide value to the community, whether it's on Mixing Bowl, if it's providing recipes or coupons. We think it's very important that obviously if the group's going to, if the group and the engagement of the marketer group's going to grow, that they essentially manage that community in an effective way. So we're really excited about that. Again, it launches in November, and we think it's going to evolve into several other kind of vertical communities. We're not going to do vertical communities like Mixing Bowl for every one of our brands. For example, in scrapbooking, we'll probably just park the social community right under a scrapbooking site. But there'll be other opportunities, we think, to create new brands and social networks and literally attach them at the hip to some of our strong brands.